Asha Kiani, and I'm a multi-disciplinary artist and director, and the co-founder and co-creative director of Second Generation Collective, and I'm based on Vádyé in Boorloo, Perth, Western Australia.
And I'm Araan Kousari. I'm also based on Vádyé, and I'm a member of Second Generation Collective and a community worker and artist.
In 2020, Vádyé Eshgh and I had a conversation. We're both second generation Australians, children of migrants. We wanted to see more people from our communities, more people that look like us, more people with backgrounds and families like us being represented in the arts. So we established the Second Generation Collective. The collective is made up of Iranian-Australian and South Asian emerging artists based in Boorloo.
Most of the members of the Second Generation Collective are second generation Iranian migrants or refugees, and a lot of us are also Baha'is.
So our most recent work, Vádyé Eshgh, or Valley of Love, is a multi-disciplinary art installation, and it is an exploration of the Valley of Love, which is an excerpt from a text called The Seven Valleys by Bahá'u'lláh, which explores the metaphorical journey of the soul through its eternal life. This work, it's a coming together of lots of different art forms to explore intergenerational stories, home, belonging, and the divine nature of love in all of its forms. The exhibition is an immersive experience.
You walk in, there are two screens. It's a two-channel film installation with audio playing, there's music, there's dialogue. There's an amazing mural by Asha, another artist and member of Second Generation Collective, and some textiles on the wall made by Vádyé.
Making decisions during a collective project is really interesting. It takes a lot of trust building and a lot of active listening, and it's a process of considering how can we empower each other. So maybe there's a skill that someone wants to try, a new skill, and it's like, could this be the opportunity for them to try that out? A decision could be made on that, or it could be made on the fact that someone's really perfected a skill, they're really expert at it, and it's like, that's going to be your thing. So it's really about building relationships and understanding where people are at, and then figuring out what framework can be provided to best help them. For example, we work with multiple generations. We work with elders in our community, and we form relationships with them and then find out what's the best way that we can capture their story. Is it spending time with them and recording it on camera, or is it writing it down? Then we have young artists where it's maybe their first major creative project that they're part of. So we can gauge, do they maybe need a bit more mentorship? Do we create lines of communication where they can have mentorship at any time during the process? Ultimately, it's just keeping communication open and creating a culture where we can always ask each other for help and also inspire each other. A big part of the Second Generation Collective is posing the question, how can we use the arts to build empathy in our communities? When Vádyé and I were forming it, we had this key vision of empathy building, and I think it's something we all value as a collective, is that in today's world, if we can build understanding between humans, if we can help people witness another person's story or where they've come from, it will help us understand each other more, and that's a building block towards unity.
I've had some really wonderful conversations with people who have either come view the exhibition or joined our events. I think the community events that PICA has supported us to hold have been really good in building that empathy and that understanding, and more discussions and a dialogue around what people see in the artwork that maybe doesn't necessarily apply entirely to their lives and their experiences, but they find elements in it that they relate to, because we all come from somewhere. We all have some relation to our community, our past, our parents, our grandparents. And yeah, it's a beautiful way to just get everyone thinking and sharing and talking.
Firstly, that self-care is really important, because when you're working with other people, you're exchanging energy all the time. The other thing that I've learned, and that's really, really important, is to trust the process. And so just trusting that each artist has their own inspiration and their own way of expressing it. So let them go off and make the art that they're making, and trust that when it comes together, however it looks, is going to be beautiful.
When I think back to the creative development workshops, I think that time was so important to spend together, to actually find something to study, so that you have sort of a prompt that draws out discussion and people's personal experiences, because those personal experiences are so valuable in getting closer to each other and learn about each other's backgrounds and histories and how that can apply to whatever the topic of your art is.
And share joy.